All right, Shalom. This is Brother Mayim coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Udash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth who are diligently pushing out this truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Aquathium, the sisters who are learning in quietness and meekness. So I just want to do a quick video here on some judgment and go into a couple of scriptures. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video here. This was actually came across this earlier.
Get down. I got you. Aiden, it's okay.
And you can see right there, you can see in the front it says, Dios, por favor mío, protéjanos. Saying, Lord, please protect us.
We're gonna be okay.
Who's shooting?
It's okay.
Who's shooting?
It's okay. Aiden, you okay?
Yeah.
There you go. I got you, buddy. I got you, baby. I got you.
Little Satan.
Yeah. Get down. I got you. Aiden, it's okay. Get down.
So as you see people just screaming. Now I'm gonna play another one too. It's a two-part one. All right, but I'm gonna just play that one too because it's gonna go into the lesson and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, see, it makes me laugh because you know well, let me get it. I'm gonna tell you why it makes me laugh when I see things like this. You know, not to sound like an asshole for laughing, you know, for those of you that got your panties all in a wad, but let me get you the scripture so you can swallow this down too. This is Proverbs chapter 1. I'm gonna get right to the point. I'll start at verse 24. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 24 says, because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. That's you people. All right, that's 2/3 of the nation of Israel. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the dispersed of our people. Okay, the dispersed around the four corners of the earth. Okay, that's you people. 2/3 of y'all who set at naught the Lord's counsel, which was His men. All right, so when I see videos like this, like we just saw, of people getting shot up, mass shootings. All right, and that looked like that was Issachar. All right, I don't know exactly where it was at, whether it was Texas or, you know, one of those Southwest states, or maybe even in Mexico itself. But y'all ain't got, the Lord ain't gonna leave no room for y'all to be like, oh, well, I didn't know. All right, so let's keep reading though. 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, it's a lot as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, right? Like we seen in that video, Dios, por favor mío, protéjanos, right? Lord, please protect us. Then that's when people are going to start calling upon the Lord, man. When all hell, but what? It's going to be too late then, man. I just got done speaking with the brothers, you know, on the group chat, the camp chat. And then, you know, I sent a couple precepts about that, man. About the few being saved. Okay? Matter of fact, let me pull it up. Cause that's why we laugh, man. We laugh at y'all, you simpletons, when y'all getting shot up. All right, when a dog is mauling you up, all right. We laugh at that, and we laugh at y'all, and we mock y'all. You're crying and all that because the Lord is putting that in our spirits. Why? Because that's the Lord laughing. The Lord does everything through His servants. He does everything through Yahweh, starting from Yahweh Shai on down. Those are starting from Yahweh Shai, who is His only begotten Son. Starting from Him on down. That's how the Lord gets things done, man. Okay, the Lord is Lord of Lords, King of Kings, man. He sends His men out to do His bidding. Okay, so when the Lord laughs, guess what? He's gonna make His men laugh to let you know that the Lord is laughing at you. Because the ones that are gonna be laughing is gonna be the men of the Lord. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. All right, but let me get this real quick. All right, because going back to that Salakia, brothers. Let me turn this off real quick. Salakia, just in the middle of cooking, and Spirit just had me do this video real quick. Trying to cook before the sun goes down. Shabbat come in tonight. Boy, let me read it again and Proverbs, refresh my memory. Salakia. Go back down. Okay, all right, 28. Proverbs 1:28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And that's a perfect scripture, because actually, I'm gonna go into the precepts that I got. All right, you can read that Luke chapter 13 on yourself, whenever you get the chance. All right, but this is Amos chapter 5. Let me see where it was at. All right, it's around here somewhere. All right, here it is. Verse 16. This is Amos chapter 5, verse 16. It says, therefore, the Lord, the power of hosts, the power of armies, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandman to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord. And this is now, man. This right here, these people in fear for their life, straight bugging out because mass shooting. All this is a cakewalk compared to what's getting ready to come, man. Not saying that this would be something easy to go through, because I've never been through a mass shooting like this. I've never had to endure, so I can't say that it's nothing. But this, compared to what the Lord is going to bring on the planet Earth in these last days, is going to be nothing, man. The scriptures say that it shall be like a day like none other, right? Well, look, this is talking about wailing shall be in all streets, right? That's what we see in here. We see people wailing. Look, people in the fields. Didn't it say that? No, that's another one I got. But all right, but this is what we're coming into, man. You want to know why these mass shootings are happening, and why why so many people are dying, why people are killing each other at all time high? That's because the Lord is bringing this into that day. The Lord is bringing about this in these last days. We'll come back to this real quick, because I want to get that 18. But let me just bring this out of Matthew, because our Lord told us this would happen before His great day. All right. Matthew 24, and I'm going to just read verse 3, And as He sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto Him privately. That Him is talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, saying, tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? Now let's go ahead and skip on down to verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we see that. That's plain and simple to understand. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and that nation rising up against nation, that's an example would be the so-called white man coming up against the so-called black man, the so-called African American, or the so-called Latinos. That's what that nation against nation is talking about. And that's what we see happening, man, with this Black Lives Matter, police lives matter, all this BS, man. That's all being orchestrated through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. And it says, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. So all these things are the beginning of sorrow. Now let's skip on down to verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right. So because iniquity shall abound. All right. And that's what we see happening in around the four corners of the earth. You see all types of wickedness out here, all types of iniquity. All right. People committing adultery, smoking all types of drugs, killing each other out on the streets. All right. All different types of things, man. Eating abominable foods, coming up against the Lord. A lot of things are happening around the world. All right. But what it's saying, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. You wonder why there's so many more mass shootings happening every day?
Get out. I got you.
All right. That's because the love of many wax cold, man. People are getting sick and tired of y'all people, man. Especially these Edomites, the so-called white man. All right, the so-called white man's getting sick and tired of y'all, man. He's bugging out, man. He's going to these schools and he's lighting everybody up because he's just sick and tired, man. Because the love of many shall wax cold, man. People hate each other in this world, man. You live next to your next door neighbor for 20-some years and you don't even know who the hell he is, man. You don't even know the first letter in his first name, man. Okay. And is this thing that's happening, this mass death that's coming around the four corners of the earth, man, this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. All right, look, and you can see here, brother put up, these mass shootings are nothing but setups to push martial law and have strict gun control by making you give up your guns. But you know, this is what's coming to the streets of America, man. You know, mass death, man. Let's get this in, what was it, Jeremiah, or was it, what was it? Oh, Ezekiel 7. All right, Ezekiel 7, and let's start at verse 5. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil is, behold, is come, and end is come, the end is come. It watches for thee. Behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains. Now will I surely pour out my fury upon thee, and accomplish mine anger upon thee, and I will judge thee according to thy ways." And what are the ways of 2/3 of our people, man? Is wicked. Okay? It says, "And will recompense thee for all thine abomination. And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee. And ye shall know that I am the Lord that smiteth." And you see, this is what's happening, man. This is what the Lord is doing with these people getting their heads blown off, man. With these storms that are coming and just washing niggas away, man. Okay? This is what's happening. The Lord is judging you people, man. Judging mainly. All right, let me get this scripture. All right, because this is where judgment is starting, okay? The Lord he's judging his people first, who are who? The Israelites. All right. Let me find it. I think it said 7 or 17. 17. All right. It says 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High." Who's the house of the Most High? That's talking about the elect, man. The house, Bayat Dawadah, the house of David. "And if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High," man? So the rest of you 2/3 and the other heathens, man. But mainly you 2/3, man. Because you can also say that say for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, and say that that's talking about Israel. And if it first began at us, so if the judgment is first going to begin at Israel, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? You know, you can interchange it like that, but hey, man, regardless, this judgment is starting here with Israel, man. You wonder why so many Israelites are getting put to death around the four corners of the earth? That's because judgment is starting with us, man. The Lord ain't going to spare you, man, like it said here in Ezekiel 7 and 9. Let me read this in verse 10 now. It says, behold, it is come. The morning is gone forth. The rod hath blossomed. Pride hath budded. Violence. It's lucky I forgot to turn this off. It's a lot, kid, brothers. Just let me stir up these beans here a little bit. All right. So it says, verse 11, Ezekiel 7 and 11. It says, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor any of theirs. Neither shall there be wailing for them. See, ain't nobody gonna be wailing you people, man. You know, there's going to come a point in time where there's going to be martial law troops out here just gunning people down. And just like out there in the Bahamas and Abaco over there, they just went through that hurricane. And the brothers over there, you know, telling us that the Levites and the Benjamins are out there rioting, man, just killing people, killing the police, just riding around killing people, man. And that's going to come in a grand scale here in America, man. When all hell breaks loose out here, you're going to have martial law troops out here killing people. You're going to have niggas out here killing people, man. You're going to have regular Joe Edomites out here killing people, man. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies out here, man. And nobody's going to be wailing for these people, man. These people that get gunned down. Nobody's going to be wailing for them. Why? Because everybody else is going to be dipping out, man. If not already dead. Okay, verse 12. For the time is come, the day draweth near. All right, that was pretty much it on that. Let me read down here verse 14 and 15. It says, they have, Ezekiel 7 and 14, it says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. You see, and that's what the Lord has done with his men over these last, 30 plus years, with starting with the Abu Bivens, you know, High Priest Ariah. Okay. On down, man. With the Apostle Tahar, Apostle Bubar, Apostle Racha, Apostle Ramlab, and the other elders as well. They've been blowing that trumpet, man. All right. Blowing that trumpet and let you know that war is coming, man. That a battle is coming. All right. Let's read that verse 14 again. Ezekiel 7 and 14. They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready. So we've been blowing the trumpet to get y'all ready, man. Get you 2/3 ready, you Israelites. But you just didn't, right? That's what it says. But none goeth to the battle. None of y'all are coming out here and doing this work. None of y'all are preparing yourselves. Y'all just in this la-di-da spirit, man. And then you wonder why this happens to you. Then it's Lord, Lord. You know? Then it's Lord, please protect us. But this whole time before this, you was being a straight nigga, a hoe, eating pork, robbing from your mama's purse, busting nuts and all types of females, and then just leaving them, saying to hell with them. Just being straight niggas, man. But then this happens, and then, oh, Lord, 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 help me now. Help me and protect me. And see, this is why the Lord is sick and tired of you niggas, man. That's why 2/3 of y'all gonna die, man. That's why 2/3 of y'all gonna die, man. The Most High ain't never in your damn thoughts, man. But then here it is, you on the floor, you getting shot at, and now you calling on the Lord, man. The Lord's gonna, man. Hey, let me keep it PC, man. Let me keep it PC. Boy, it says, but none goeth to the battle, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Verse 15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword. Let's read that again. He that is in the field shall die by the sword. Let me read it again. He that is in the field shall die by the sword. Get it? He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. But they that escape of them shall escape and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valley of them. All of them mourning, everyone for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. And you can keep reading, man, because this is a beautiful chapter. But I'm going to go back real quick to that Amos, and I'm going to close out on that. This is Amos chapter 5 and 18. All right? Because this is talking about you people, man. You people that the Most High ain't never in your thoughts. You see the prophets of the Lord out on the streets, and you talk shit at them. You record them like it's something funny to look at, to show your buddies when you're passing around a joint. All right, this is for y'all right here, man. You want to know why you're going through all this shit, and when this goes for these people in here too. Yeah, see? Yeah, good. I'm glad she crying, man. That shit made me want to laugh. Man, we gonna man. Just for you brothers that are in this truth, man. So humbly serving the Lord in truth and sincerity, man. Hey, continue to pray that you be a part of that number, man. All right, continue to pray that you be a part of that number, because no one's salvation is guaranteed as of yet. Nobody knows who's going to be saved and who's not. I don't know, man. But hey, I'm pushing, I'm enduring, and you men out there should be doing the same thing. And you women should be pushing for the Lord, doing what you're supposed to be doing as well, man, to escape this judgment, man, that's coming up upon the earth. Imagine going through something like this and seeing your kids' heads blown off, man. Imagine that, man. Really think about that. Or somebody that you cared about, like you care for the brothers. Imagine you in the world and you see somebody that you really care about laid out on the ground next to you, and everybody's around you just getting killed, man. You don't want to go through that, man. Look at this kid just trembling, straight trembling, man. All hands and knees shall be feeble. All right, but then what? When shit like that goes down, then you want to call on the Lord. You want him to come down and save you at that moment. Amos 5 and 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light? Even very dark and no brightness in it? You see? So that's what the day of the Lord is going to be, man. What you just saw times a 9,000, man, times 7,000. And then you're going to get up from that mass shooting. You one out of 10 people or 20 people that survived. And you dip out. And then guess what? Then you come around a corner and there's a martial law troop walking down the alley. Got your ass. You see? That's what the day of the Lord's going to be, man, for you idiots out there. And it's going to be beautiful. All right? But with that, I want to give all the praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. And much blessing and salutations for the Akim, to the Akim, who are diligently pushing out this truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Akwathium. All right? Who are the sisters who are learning in quietness and meekness. Shalom.